Chris.
And I'm John P. Welcome back to more of our Talk Mobile 2013 discussion. Today, we've got a difficult topic. We're going to talk about services.
Let's just get right into this. What are the core services that each platform needs to provide?
80% of the time, the majority of smartphone owners pick up their phone. It's for communication. Now, that communication could come in a lot of varieties, right? It could be email, it could be text, it could be BBM, it could be Skype, it could be anything like that. To me, the service that still matters most is the communication experience on phones, and not just that service you're using, but how it's actually integrated into the software.
If you're a new user, you pick up that box, you open it, you're maybe new to smartphones, you're new to mobile, and you turn it on. Apple is giving you iCloud. They are giving you an email address. They're giving you seamless backup and restore. They're giving you music and movies and all these things. And as a platform owner, services are now table stakes. It's very hard to have a platform that doesn't provide all these things. You have App World, you have the market. And I think that really matters now. Sure, people who are techie can go and find alternative services. They can go to, the Kindle is a great example of that too. Amazon's just giving it to you all out of the box. And I think you have to do that now.
The ability to pick up a phone today on any platform and just enter in a couple accounts and have it all pulled down is probably one of the best things out there. And it's actually made this argument against certain platforms less important, because I picked up a BlackBerry 10 recently, and within a couple minutes I had everything on there I was using as a normal phone. You can do it on the iPhone, you can do it on Android, you can do it on Windows Phone. So services definitely are what's, I think, powering all of these, but they're proprietary, but they're also neutral at the same time.
In the mobile space, who is it more important to have providing services? The actual vendors of these machines, or just as long as they're out there? Do they really have to be bundled together? Because is Apple's entire bundle, are each of those things best of class?
No, absolutely not. So that is the classic argument. Do you have one integrated service provider, or do you create your own best of breed solution? And for example, I use Gmail a lot because Gmail for me, it's a better solution. I think backup and restore, things that are device specific, are done much better by the platform owner. But I think things that you want to take with you everywhere, like email, stuff like that, should be across platform.
My problem is, I think Google, Microsoft here differ dramatically, where Google has some excellent services, but they're keeping it more and more to themselves onto Android, which I can't necessarily blame them, but it's also sort of siloing them from the rest, where Microsoft has taken a very different perspective, where Skype is on every platform, and they're giving everybody all these services, Outlook, SkyDrive, everything is on all the platforms. So it's very different approaches, and I think it's going to be real interesting to see how Google's perceived in a couple of years versus, say, Microsoft.
And watch out for Yahoo. I think, especially now that Marissa Mayer's back there, I think we're going to see some really interesting things from Yahoo, and continue to see really interesting services come out of Facebook.
On my iOS device currently, if I go to the cabin for a weekend and I use an iPhone and I snap a whole bunch of videos and pictures and everything else, I come back home, I hit my local Wi-Fi in my house, everything starts uploading to the cloud. There's 2 gigabytes of data there. All of a sudden I come back to my phone, or not all of a sudden, 30 minutes later I come back to the phone and it says Dropbox stopped uploading because apps are timing out from running in the background.
Only PhotoStream gets real background access.
Right.
Dropbox
and we're starting to see.
That's a good question. So, we're talking a lot about cloud, right? But you're mentioning some issues with cloud backup. So will the non-cloud storage services, that's the word I was looking for, can they catch up to the cloud that's so popular because of those little features, glitches?
You're the feature.
That's not necessarily a glitch,
No,
though.
that's like an Apple knock, because Apple's the last person to try. Even Microsoft beat Apple to the cloud. Apple tried .Mac, horrible. MobileMe, even worse. iCloud, they've been nothing but problems with that. And I don't know, Google was born to the cloud. BlackBerry's had the knock and BBM for years. All the Sky services are working pretty well. And there's really little indication that Apple's getting there fast.
Do you think BlackBerry and Apple need to open up their services to other platforms?
I wish I could get BBM.
Yeah, cross-platform BBM we've talked about a lot, and I think absolutely. I think it should have happened years ago.
Do you guys want iMessage?
If you look at something like WhatsApp, it's been one of the top apps on all the operating system platforms. Right. That could have been BBM the whole time. Right?
Sure.
All right, guys.
We want to hear what you guys think about this topic. Be sure to chime in the comments below.
Indeed.
That's John P.
Oh, and that's Callie Lewis.
Bye.